Hello, everyone. I wanted to address one of the questions that I get asked the most. And that question is, where do I get my gemstones from? And it's a complicated answer. Um, However, one of the methods is estate buying, and so I recorded that, and that's coming up. But I wanted to address something that I feel is important, and that is getting what you paid for. Like, that's something I believe heavily in. If you're buying something and it's supposed to be. Heck, let's go with this. Buying a taffet and it's supposed to be a taffet, and then you get it and you test it out and it's just a piece of synthetic sapphire or synthetic corundum. That's not what I paid for. These scams are prevalent. Half the time, these people don't even know what they're doing, I don't believe. And some of them, like, they know deep down. It is what it is. Tanzanite, that stuff's worth $150 to $350 a carat. That's the right color. But that's BS. And a lot of people will give you these tricks like, oh well, if you just breathe on it, you can tell by like the condensation because real gemstones, blah blah blah. Guess what? This is actually a real gemstone. This is real sapphire. It was made by humans, but it is still sapphire. Chemically sapphire. Just not natural taffet or natural sapphire, natural at all. That's gonna be the same thing. And there's a bunch of them. Don't fall for that, please. Unless, like, that's what you're wanting, but if that's what you're wanting, better and cheaper sources who are being honest. Like myself, for instance. I mean, I got tons of them. They're synthetic sapphire. Hit me up. Because you ain't paying that for it, I'll tell you that much. Which that ain't too awful of a price for what they're selling. You can get a lot of good gemstones through that method of buying estates, but it, like, what you really need is one of these. This is a refractometer. It's used to test the refractive index of a substance. Denser substances, light bounces off of them differently. And you can actually measure that. So, using this, I can measure specifically what the refractive index is, how that light is bouncing off, get actual numbers. Actually, it's kind of funny because they tell you that has that refractive index. I guarantee it's more like 1.76 to 1.775. If I wanted to waste the money and find out, I would, but I've got plenty of them. You can't bite on a stone and tell if it's real. You can't breathe on it. You can't feel it if it's cold to the touch. Like, all of that is BS. Science. Utilize it. Another test you can do with the scale. It's called specific gravity. Yeah, see, they got that too. It's a little complex, takes a lot of math. You also have to suspend the rock in a cup of water while, like, on top of the scale. It's a bit complicated, but it can be done. What else? I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to keep this short and sweet and to the point and just, like, yeah. Oh, so for some gems, you are not going to get them in an estate. We'll go tanzanite, for instance. I verified all of these are tanzanite. There is no synthetic variant of tanzanite. So I know they're natural tanzanite. I buy these from a gentleman in India for an okay price. It's not the best price. Like, I ain't getting, 5 carat stones for $50. Ain't happening. Shelling out some C notes on it. But I didn't start that way. I actually started buying those little stones from the same person. I tested them, and then I bought a bigger stone, and a bigger stone, and a bigger stone. And testing them and learning, and that's, like my opals, too. Same thing, I got a dealer for opals who sells some really nice opals, but I didn't just go buy $500 in opals and start out that way. Vet your sources. Test them. See if they're actually doing good business. There's a lot of information out there. Gemstone for Gemology for Schmucks, is a great source of videos for how to use refractometers, polariscopes, and just gems and gemology, and yeah. This here is not bad for beginners. There's a lot of more complex readings out there that I'm actually trying to get and kind of struggling to. They're costly. Reference books on gemology start at like $350 if you can find them. Diamonds. I don't have an answer yet on how to get diamonds at a fair freaking price. Rio Grande sells diamonds, Brilliance, blah, blah, blah. Their retail price, that's what you're gonna pay. It sucks. But that's, yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna move over now, or end this part, and we'll get into the package. It's a package. The estate that I picked up. So, I hope you guys enjoy. Any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Be fake. So, I just gotten this. I'd cut it open. Before I even started getting into it, I was like, hey, people keep asking. So this is an estate. Yeah. That's a lot of gemstones. And a lot of them are mixed. That's something JTV did a lot of, is selling these big bags of, and they still do it to this day. They just have better control over it. Oh, now they also sell synthetics. It will be marked synthetic. You'll notice on the back of these, they're all andesines, and there's a chrome dioxides. What are these? Andesines. These look like mandarins. Spessartine mandarin garnet. Ooh, wow, there are a lot of them too. More of the labradorite, I'm guessing. More labradorites. Okay, these savarite. I'm gonna guess those are savarites. They could be emerald. Mint garnet. That's a savarite, basically. Couple peridot. Nice peridot. More hessonite garnets. Whoa. 2 carat Chinese peridots. And so, yeah, I will buy estates like this. And, like, there's all these mixes that actually, they did a good job separating already, but normally I have fun doing that. And usually those mixes are like, actually, do they even say? No, they don't say really what's in them. Usually those mixes are either stated exactly what they are, or there's something, where it's like, I think they've got the royalty mix right now in the Peacock parcel. It used to just be mixed gemstones. I actually, one of my rarest gems I have is a taffet, and it came out of one of those 100-carat bags from them. It's the only real taffet I've ever laid my hands on. But yeah, so here's all these. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping they'd come with a box or two, but that's okay. I get more trays. I'm gonna look through some of these. If there's anything really good, I'll pull out some good ones, and yeah. Alright, so I kind of laid out what I got here. Some cool surprises. These are basically Saverites, I think. Now, the Merlani label thing I'm going to look into. Unfortunately, that's lab grown, and so is this one over here. They're actually one of the few lab growns that I have in stock already because it's a really nice color, and you can't get it very often. Now, I've got it in these Andesines, and that's really nice because they're natural. Trying to be a cabinet cat. Like, we also got some more, yeah, of the green garnets. This blue zircon is beautiful. And this 3-carat peridot is looking really nice. Along with these 1.5-carats, so claimed, I think. And a white and a pink zircon. I'm gonna take a good look at those. Now, what else is here? Mostly the Specialty Garnets, the Andesine Labradorites. All of these are really good gems to start getting you into collecting nice gemstones. Peridot is a great one. Zircon, they don't get like Sapphire and Ruby where they start really breaking the bank. So they also sent their collection, and I'd gotten one of these already from them. They sent it as a gift along with the emeralds. And looking through it, like in the green, most of them are chrome diopside, but there's one that's, and it's not small, that is an interesting color. Some of the reds in here, I am thinking there's a lot of tourmaline. I'm a sucker for peridot. I mean, I already got a lot in my collection, let alone what I'm willing to sell. Oh, crap. Now, I did get these at a good price, and therefore, like, I'm definitely happy with it. I'm probably gonna pick a grip of these and just start auctioning them off at like $10 a piece, which I might start doing with stones and seeing what happens. Anyway, so rule 1: check before you buy. Test somebody. And that does require learning some things. Like, I have the gemology equipment. I'll even, like, I spent several hours looking at these emeralds under that microscope, teaching myself about the inclusions and stuff, and verifying that they were, in fact, natural emeralds. I made a few small test purchases, and then I kind of feel bad about this, because you're haggling, so you throw someone a low number and you expect them to come back with a high number, so I throw them an obscenely low number I was just like, I'll buy you out. And they're like, okay. And I was like, you don't want to negotiate? And they're like, no, just take it. Oh, cool. So I got to do some testing. These, I pretty much know every one of those is Peridot by looking. I will still test each and every stone there, because in my work, I make a guarantee that if I tell you something is something, I know it's to the best of my knowledge. I'm being honest. I've put research. I've put work into it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect, and I'm also not afraid to say, "Hey, I don't know." And that does happen from time to time. But I'm gonna kind of scan through these. I'm probably gonna test any that look like really interesting, and if I find any, I'll add to this video. As we come to a close, I just wanted to show y'all some pretty rocks. Thank you for watching. I hope I've helped somehow. If there is anything that I can help you with, knowledge-wise, if you got questions, please let me know. If you want to help support the channel, please head on over to celestialreach.etsy.com. You can shoot me a message if you want something custom. I have a lot of work up right now. And it's the patrons who purchase my work that keep us going and keep these videos being possible. So, shout out to all of you. Y'all know who you are. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. And I hope to see you soon. Enjoy the rest of these pretty gemstones.